Greetings, friends. It's Heidi with Heidonian Living. And last week we talked a little bit about energy management and how having energy is even more important than having time. Because if you have lots of time, but you don't have the energy to use it impactfully, your extra time doesn't do you much good. But if you only have a little bit of time and a lot of energy, you can often get more done in just a small snippet, a small window, than if you have all the time in the world and no energy, right? So we talked a little bit last week about different ways, simple tools, as well as, gosh, like seriously, I could do Heidonian Livings for the next 50 years on this topic. So last week's was like, whoa, a lot in a little, just to give you a little teaser taste. Okay, so let's get a little bit more specific today about the 6 most important things to-do list. This is not a Heidi original. I first learned about this through the book I referred to last week, Mary Kay Ash's Life Story, Miracles Happen, that has chapter 10 called the $35,000 list. That's basically the 6 most important things to do list. It wasn't original to her either. It's something that Ivy Lee came to Charles Schwab years and years ago and said, let me talk to your executives, and if you see an improvement from what I coach them to do, these aren't his exact words, but general jest here, then pay me what you think it's worth. And so he trained the executives to make a list of these 6 most important things that were not just urgent, not just important, but urgent and important, or they could be important and long-term, but not urgent. Does that make sense? So if they were only going to get 6 things done that day with, because hindsight's 2020, but imagine thinking about through your day that if you could look back from ahead, right, and you could only do 6 things, what would be the most important, most impactful for your life or your business? So that's basically what he trained the executives to do. So before they go to bed at night, they make their 6 most important things to do list. In the morning, when they got into the office, they began on that list. Did they always get all 6 done? No. Some days it rolled over to the next. Some days, something that a fire had to be put out, figuratively speaking, and they only got 1 done or none done. But consistently over a 3-month time, by having it figured out in advance what the 6 most important things for them to do were, and getting some or all of them done most days, it had huge impact on efficiency. And later, Charles Schwab, I can't even say that now, Charles Schwab wrote Ivy Lee a check for $35,000, which would be a nice check today, but I'm not even sure what year this was. It would be a heck of a lot more money today, in a nutshell. So that's the 6 most important things to do list. You've probably seen this in many other places. It's a common time management tool, but I also think it's an energy management tool, because at the end of the day, I don't know if you can relate to this, but I have days where I get like 1,000 things done, but they're all like stupid stuff. Okay, maybe not stupid, but they're not what's most important to me. And so I haven't lived my life based on my values. I've lived my life based on what's come in front of me. And if you do that consistently over and over, it's deflating and de-energizing. And then you get less and less done and you're less and less motivated. Versus if you get less done, but it is the most important things, it is so energizing. I am telling you, if you will try this, it will change your life. Now, most of us in today's world don't just live one life. You might have your full-time career, you might be a mommy, you might be, or a daddy, you might be a wife, a husband, you might be somebody who has a side job as well as your main career, or you own several businesses or whatever. And so it's a great idea to make a 6 most important things to do list for each section of your life. So like, for example, this is what I work from every day currently. It has my routine so that I can bookend my day, the things I do early in the day, things I do at the end of the day. So I have my bookends there. That's a whole nother concept we can talk about another day. But then I have my business 6 most important things to do list, my personal life 6 most important things to do list, and my the things I do for my church on a volunteer basis, 6 most important things to do list. So that when, and again, another topic for another day, to schedule your time by buckets based on your responsibility. But when I am in work mode, I work on those 6 most important things to do list. When I am in personal mode, I work on that. When I am in church mode, I work on that. Now, here's the cool part is you'll be amazed how much you can get done too, because when you have, say, a 10-minute window of unexpected time, or you're getting your hair cut and you have to wait an extra half an hour because, the person before you was late or whatever, you've got this to work from. In fact, I keep this on a clipboard and I take it with me almost everywhere I go so that I can maximize every extra window of time if I choose to. And you know what? I don't live like that crazy go, go, go all the time. But the reason why I can still do a ton of stuff in my life and still have serious downtime, veg out, unplug. I'm introverted. I need to be like shut off from the world for literally hours each week. If I didn't maximize with working on the most important things, which creates energy for me, and getting done what's most important in the little windows that I have, I wouldn't be able to have enough time to do the things that I need that would keep filling my cup, that would allow me to continue. You see how it's like a cycle. It's a cycle. And so at some point you got to stop the madness of not doing what's most important and put a system in place. And let me tell you what, it will not be perfect. You will fail more days than you succeed, but even in your failing process, you will build energy and momentum and feel like a success, because even if you only get one thing done, you'll know it was one of the most important things. Seriously, 6 most important things to do list. Try it. It will change your life. I hope this helps you become more of who you're called to be and find freedom in the process.